Well, do you remember that weird noise that this thing was making when we were at Tucson at the duct tape drags? Well, Dad found... Where's your drain plug at?
Oh, I cleaned it off.
Oh, he cleaned the frickin' drain plug off.
You got a picture of it that I...
Anyways, he pulled the oil pan drain plug, and it was...
Not happy.
had metal on it. And then also, where's that little roller thing at?
It's on the trans jack.
He found this. See that little metal roller guy? That's not supposed to come out of the oil pan, so we're pulling the motor out. He's already got a bunch of stuff tore apart and got parts all over the place, but we're doing the transmission cross member right now, and then we should be able to pick this thing out of there. We're going to bring the trans and the engine all together, and then we're going to show you guys whatever we find, and hopefully it's not something super critical, but we don't know. So
I've learned to expect the worst.
yeah, Dad's learned to expect the worst. So he's pulling the linkage for the shifter off. We gotta take the hood off, cross member, and then we're ready to pull this thing out of there. Alright, I don't know if this is anything, or maybe I'm seeing stuff, but I swear the color of this rocker arm and the color of this rocker arm look different. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's something coming out of this one. Look at right here. There's like a little piece of something down there.
Yeah, that's like a little piece of something that was in the oil pan.
Yeah, that rocker arm's coming apart. Unless that's like a snap ring or something that's rotated around weird, but where's the other half of it? I don't know. I don't know.
I'm telling you.
This one's got like weird dents and stuff in it.
Those rocker arms.
Look at that.
Some of my cheese.
Why is this one all
dinked up?
Yeah, why is that all beat up? How did that happen? See this? See this weird thing that's right there?
like it got hot.
And then see how it's crooked? See how that's is that a different color than that?
Yeah.
What about this one? That one's a different color than that.
You got an Allen wrench so that we can take those off?
No, we gotta pull the motor. Quit stalling. Once we pull it, we could rip everything apart. Yeah, and then all of these, well, the rear one on this side looks like it's discolored.
Look, here's a chunk of metal.
Yeah, look at that. Frickin' car. I'm putting the valve covers in the hood. That's a weird statement. There they are. Okay, what do we see over here? The rear one on this one looks like it's the one that's discolored compared to the rest of them. I don't see any metal over here though, but there is quite a bit of oil compared to this side.
Discolored over there?
It looked like the rear one. Look from here, you can kind of see the rear one looks different, doesn't it? More of that like goldish color than silver. That's the only one that looks different colored. All their 7 look. Yeah, that rear one looks goofy. Now look at this metal right here. That's not supposed to be in there. What the hoot? Dang it.
Yeah, I don't see any metal over here.
I don't know. Just from this quick look, it's looking like...
we got some rockers.
Yeah, this valve train has got some issues. So now I feel even less concerned about if we get chains wearing against it. I grabbed your piece of metal out of there. I'm putting it next to the little needle. Stay there. We're definitely going to lose those. Well, we knew we were going to find something. All right, so now what do we got to do? We got to do the front and the rear.
Front and the rear what?
For pick points. Front and the rear.
Yeah, so if you want to get the...
Do we need longer bolts? Do you remember what you used for hardware? we will return.
So, now,
What's the cross member situation down there?
I basically have to undo 2 nuts, and
Do we need a floor jack under there?
No. That's out.
Hey, can you pull back on that?
So now I'm going to come this way with it forward towards me.
Keep going a little bit if you can. Okay, now go up.
Now you got to.
I'm watching this. So can you try and go up a little bit with it?
Because remember the last 2 times I've done this myself, but you need to get the angle of that transmission. I mean, you're going to end up with this thing all the way up here.
Right. I was just trying to get it to clear that first before we
Right.
buried that into it any further.
It is. So now if you want to zap that and hold on. Up as you're doing that.
Hold on. It's like pulled into shit in the firewall. There. Oh, and you were bending the shit out of this line. So try and go up now.
Now we gotta go up a little. See, because it's free. Like I said, when I did this myself, it was like up an inch, back an inch, up an inch, back an inch, up an inch, back an inch.
Yeah, keep going up, and then once we got it tilted more.
Right. What I would do is I'd keep going up till it was hitting the transmission tunnel, and I'd keep it down.
Let me get the shallow socket for this.
On this side, we're looking good. Yeah, something happened with those rocker arms.
Okay. Well, we're still clear over there, Dad, with everything?
Yeah, I'm good over here.
Yeah, I don't see anything over here that's the problem. You know what I almost wonder, Dad? If we
need to
take the car off the dollies.
Yeah.
Because we're like opposite of where we should be.
Yep.
So let me get that floor jack. Maybe we'll just put the dollies in the back.
So now we need to come this way and then up.
Well, it's hitting the tunnel.
Okay, now I gotta go this way. Okay, so now what I did was I started leveling it out so that I could get over. Whoa, wait a minute.
Sorry.
One thing is called the speedometer cable.
I asked you if everything was out over there.
It looked good. It's black, I couldn't see it.
All right, we got it this far. Dad forgot the speedo cable, but we didn't pull it tight, so we should be good. And we properly drained the transmission all over the floor.
Yeah, we're doing it.
It's fine. That's why we're keeping the floor dry company in business, I think.
What I'm trying to do is not drop this in all the transmission fluid down there. Stupid idea, I know.
Okay, I'm gonna level it out more. You wanna go forward or pull the cherry picker towards you? if you can.
That's probably good.
Hold on to that. Some linkage or something.
Oh, it's a shift linkage that I didn't want to take off of there because I didn't want to have to readjust all that shit.
Go ahead and go.
Come straight out or however it wants to go. Let me know when I'm clear.
Ta-da! We got it out.
Thanks, Mike, for letting me use your cherry picker.
Yeah, this cherry picker works good for that.
I bought this thing so it would keep transmissions from leaking, and yet I have yet.
Hey, it did.
I have yet to find a transmission that it fits perfectly in.
Well, here we go. Okay, what's the plan now?
This thing's it's going to be a full teardown.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's shrapnel in there, we got to figure out what, why, and what we got to do to get rid of it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that rocker arm there's something weird going on with that rocker arm. We could probably put it on that. Because it's way easier on my back to work like this than it is hunched over.
On the transmission jack you want to put it?
Yeah.
What kind of outrageous plan is that?
I know. It's ridiculous, but we're using it currently as a toolbox.
You want to use the transmission jack to hold the transmission? What's up with you?
I know. Ridiculous. Who would ever thunk to do that? Dad's getting excited and he wants to take this apart. I noticed that this rocker is sitting crooked. See how it's sitting at an angle compared to the one next to it?
Yeah, and this one's like pivoting, and this one's like
Locked on
frozen to the. Let's take these off and go over to the bench. Let's see, we got a metal top bench over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not supposed to.
Yeah, that thing's locked on there. That rocker is no bueno. But anywho, look at this on the bench. See how this one's sitting flat? That one's sitting crooked. And what Dad noticed, see how this rocker moves with that pin? But see how this one makes the whole pan move with it? What the heck's that all about?
Sounds not right. So now how's that come apart?
Snap ring.
Oh, do you got snap ring pliers out?
But look at this one. See how half the snap ring's gone?
Well, that's an issue. I want to take that apart to find.
Look at how crooked that is on there.
Yeah, I bet you that's because there's needle bearings screwed up in there.
Well, there is needle bearings in there.
Oh, and they're not happy.
Those ones are all, well, they kind of fell out of on the thing, but all the needles, they're in there.
Yeah, but that looks just like what I found.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the part of the frickin' needle bearing is broken. The retainer, look at the inside.
Oh, great.
So the thing that retains the bearings from coming out of there, the race, is broken. There's a chunk missing out of it. Or actually, it's wedged in there. Pro Comp, you make some garbage. What the hell? How many miles does this motor have on it?
Feel that. That is
yeah,
chewed.
Got a groove on it.
So,
well, I guess we don't know if it's Pro Comp's fault because we don't know if we have adequate oil pressure.
yeah, but roller devices don't need much.
Well, they need some.
Yeah, but there's some there. That's why I love snap rings. That's the one, you know that there's issues in there because that whole rocker arm's discolored.
Come on. It's been fine. There's pieces of the bearing coming out of the side of it.
That's probably where the stuff in the oil pan came from.
Yeah, look, there's a chunk of metal. There's a chunk of metal.
Ooh, baby. I bet you that one's going to look a little more chewed up.
Oh, look at the shaft is completely destroyed.
Yep.
I mean, most of the needles aren't even in there. I mean, we just dropped, what, 6 out of there, 7. That's missing majority of it. Look at that.
Yep.
That's exciting. Great. Wonderful. All right, well, that's it for today. We're going to put the valve covers on and be done today, but that kind of sucks. But at least that's where we found where the material's coming from.
I'm digging. There's...
Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of metal dust in there and a roller. Great. Well, at least we figured out where the material is coming from. So now we got to finish tearing it apart and see what else got damaged. And we need to make sure that the oil pump is oil pumping. We're going to pop the intake off of this 304 AMC motor. And we put some oil in it. We're going to try and run the oil pump and see if we're getting any oil anywhere. Well, we want to look under the intake because we imagine we got to take this whole motor apart. Finding metal and rocker arms that are bearings are failed. That's why this one's discolored, because see how that bearing's coming apart? Great. Fantastic. Yeah, Dad, this snap ring over here is all bowed out. It's not broken like the other one was.
Yeah, but it's... What do we have? 3 discolored ones? This guy?
And this one. Let's see how that snap ring's like bowed out.
Yeah.
So we're going to pull this off of there and then try and run the oil pump and see what we see. All right, one of these things is not like the other. What's going on? What's going on here? That's
That should be flipped around and that should be flipped around.
So your roller rocker, I wonder if it wiped out that lobe on that cam. Because your rollers don't like to roll when they're not rolling.
Lined up. And that is a competition.
What is this right here?
That's the piece that's supposed to hold it together.
Oh, neat. Look at that. Snapped right off.
Everything is garbage.
Oh, look at.
Yeah, so there's a real problem. 2,000 miles, brand new, all name brand, competition cam.
Yeah, that's not.
Nobody can make camshafts anymore from lifters.
That's not right. I wonder if that... Oh, there's a needle. Oh, here's some other crud. There's a chunk of metal right there or something. There's a sliver of metal right there. Yeah. There's a needle. There's a needle. We gotta quit looking. We keep finding stuff. There's all the rest of the needles.
Man.
Dang it. Son of a biscuit.
There's no excuse for that.
Yeah, I don't know what's...
There's no excuse for that.
It's irritating. You can see down, there's not, and there's a hole everywhere, almost everywhere else. You can't see down to that one though. We can pull that off.
Yeah, I wanted to keep all this in order and I didn't.
But does it matter?
Really? Yeah, because
you're not putting, none of this is going back on there, right? So it doesn't matter?
Well, I had the big dream that maybe the cam would be worth something.
Well,
but that is telling me no.
Hydraulic roller rocker with it doing that, I don't. This has got some weird markings on it. Oh, this is bent.
Yep.
I think that's bent. Let's see how it's got that weird mark on there. Right there and right there.
That's probably from this flopping around.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Because it was over here. So both of these had to have...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so both of those lobes are probably toast.
And we can't see those.
Yeah, you can see, look at how shiny it is right there. From this, doing this.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. God, there is so much carbon buildup on the back of the valves. It's bad in there. With this thing not having very many miles on it,
Yeah,
grab a flashlight, look in there. It's gross. Look how nasty it is in there.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
This thing's got 2,000. That looks like a motor that's got like 200,000 miles on it. Those are really bad. On intake and exhaust. Of all of them. Well, at least that's uniform. Well, shit. Okay, so something else that we found. See how this roller doesn't have a gap on either side of it? But look at this one. See how it has a gap? Look at how much material is missing off of there. So all of that went through the motor too. So these Pro Comp rocker arms, no good. And then here's our roller lifter.
It went in there.
Oh, hold on.
Well, the fact that I can't pull it out is another bad sign.
Here's our roller lifter. Doesn't want to come out.
I thought you said one of these was bent.
I thought that one was, but maybe it was just when I was trying to move it. It was doing weird stuff. Oh, look at that. Try and roll that. Does that feel crunchy?
No, but that is chewed to fuck.
No, but is that surface of the roller crunchy?
The surface of the roller is all crunchy, but the bearing feels fine.
Yeah.
And I can't even get this one out of there.
Look at that freaking roller. So that cam is hosed. Okay, so we know the whole valve train is
$1,200
done. Let's see how many more of these rollers come out. That first one will not come out. Or roller lifters. Those ones don't look chewed. That one rotates fine. That one rotates.
But, I mean, it's kind of got weird color to it. But, see, I wanted to keep all. I'm just so pissed off.
But it doesn't matter, though, now.
No, because I can't reuse them.
Yeah.
I mean, they are rolling fine, but it's like, what happened to make this fail?
Yeah. Especially when it rotates in there smoothly.
These things were just put in there before we went to the duct tape drags. So Denver to Tucson, Tucson to Denver. Lousy. I mean, these were my Christmas present to myself last year.
Well, maybe you ought to stop buying yourself Christmas presents. Oh, that one had, rotate that one back around again, the other one. It looked like it had a flat spot on it. Or maybe I was just...
look at that.
Yeah, it's got a flat spot. Oh, it's got multiple flat spots.
Does it?
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Right there. There's a huge flat spot right there.
All right, we'll keep this one separated.
But it still rotates. What the hell? I don't understand. Yeah, this camera's nice because I could see all kinds of detail through the camera. That one looks good. This one over here is chewed up.
This one?
Yep. Look at all the pitting in it.
Yeah, look at that. That could be due to one of those needle rollers falling in there.
From the rocker? Yeah, because look at all the needles everywhere. They're all over the damn place. Those are the needle bearings from the Pro Comp rockers. We're looking at the cylinder bores to see if those are good, because we have determined that the valve train is shit. But look at all this, 2,000 miles, look at all this carbon buildup. Why? I mean, the valve train not working right probably is part of it. All these freaking needles. Great. Okay, we're gonna pull the cam out. We need to lift this up probably.
Yeah.
We can't get this roller rocker out. Oh, look at that lobe.
That looks tasty.
That lobe looks good. All right, keep going. I got this lifted up here, Dad. Do you need to take that gear off of the crank before it hits the ground? Because the timing chain actually seems like it's okay.
Yeah, we might actually need a plastic bag because we might be able to reuse that.
Now that lobe
is
toast.
chunked. But that's the one that had the lifter that
Yeah,
spun
that's the first
sideways.
one. That one's also roasted.
Hey, that's not that bad.
That one's really bad. Oh, sorry.
I don't have a stick in here to help me.
Cam bearings look good though, first and second. Every one of those lobes is.
There's sharp shit in there too.
Be careful. I think you sliced your finger. Now be careful.
Yeah, this engine's not going back together again. Just so you can see.
Look at that.
And there was some.
Look at that lobe.
That's tasty. I don't think I'm getting full lift out of that one.
Yeah.
There's the end of it.
I'm gonna drop this. Ta-da! That's how you get the #1 lifter out. You just drop it in the motor.
You know that.
Oops.
That's.
It's in there forever.
We'll get it out, but that is great. But fortunately, like you say, these bearings don't look like they were.
Yeah, this. Yeah, there's a lip in almost every one of these.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. If one of them's bad, they're all bad.
It's done.
Well, shit. Okay, we're gonna rotate it around and check the short block and see what that looks like. Okay, we found something super neat. Look at this lifter right here. Where's the rest of the roller? Well, there it is.
And he put studs in here on the main.
Look at that. That's cool. There's some more needles. There's none of the rods that look discolored. None of the mains look severely discolored. Oh, we made a frickin' mess too because we can't even help ourselves.
Yeah.
The cylinder walls look pretty good. Here's our disastrous mess so far. This is the coolest thing we found. I mean, it's not cool at all, but
Put that by its buddy. That is the one that.
so that was this lobe. The ironic thing is the one that's the worst is the one with the lobe that's one of the best ones. Look at this lobe.
Right. Well, that's because the needle bearings falling out of the rockers.
Well, I guess it didn't have any pressure on it neither.
Yeah. Well, and I'm yeah, right.
Because of how chewed up it was. All right. You know, all the freaking needles are in there too. Dang it. Hit that. All right, so there's a main. Or that's not a main, that's a rod.
That's a rod bearing.
Yeah, it's chewed up.
And here's its buddy. It's chewed up pretty nicely.
So here's #2. That bearing's toast. Okay, here's a crank main. That thing is pretty chewed up. That's the first one we took off. But so everything needs rebuilt. That's not great. What do you got to say about all this? This sucks.
I say I can reuse some of the low end bolts, the valve covers, and the intake. The rest is junk.
Well, I think we can rebearing. I mean, this thing needs to be dipped in a tank and cleaned anyways, because there's metal everywhere.
I don't think I want to rebuild this engine with everything that it's been through.
Really? All right. So we'll figure out what the next steps are. But for now, there's the teardown of the 304. See? Zoom in. There we go. Here's all of our disastrous mess that we need to clean up.